I have a statement that I would like to make today. God will accept you bringing him your baggage because God will help you get rid of all that baggage. See, God will allow you to come to him any kind of way, but you will leave a whole nother way. You are allowed on today to come to God any kind of way. But the good news is you cannot stay that way. Somebody may say, what do you mean? Well, we serve such a good God, and we serve such a great God who is willing to accept our flaws and all. We serve a God that with all our baggage that we may have with us, that God is saying, come to me, bring it to me. But the only thing God is saying is, you have to leave it with me. See, God is saying, I need you to come to me. Bring everything. Bring all your baggage. Bring everything to me. But you will be made brand new by me. See, somebody needs to know on today, whatever it is you're dealing with and whatever it is that you're going through, God is saying, come to me, bring it to me, and give it to me. But the only thing about it is, what the Lord is saying on today, you don't get to take it from me. See, God will allow you to bring him your baggage, but see, God won't accept you wanting to hold on to your baggage. And somebody may say, what do you mean? Because see, some people tend to feel like God is like your mama, your friend, your husband, your wife, your lover. And somebody may say, what do you mean? Because see, sometimes mama can put up and accept you any kind of way, and you stay that way. See, you know, you have your friends and they deal with the fact that you got that filthy mouth. Oh, that's just how she is. That's just how he is. Your husband may deal with you that way. That's just how she is. She go off on a tantrum. She dresses that way. She acts that way. She love to cuss. She fight. She gonna talk to them kids any kind of way. Could that very well be you? See, you could be that person, and your wife accepts the fact that, you know what? He gonna cheat. He gonna be a man. He gonna do what he gonna do. See, you could accept the fact that your husband is gonna go out and stay out all night long. You may accept the fact that he watches his pornography all night long. See, you may accept things about somebody else, but God, he'll accept them. But see, you'll have to change those things. And see, the difference about us, the difference about a friend, a family member, a co-worker. See, some people just accept us how we are. And when they accept us how we are, we don't change. We stay the same. See, some people just already know that's how he is, that's how she is. I just put up with it. It don't bother me no more. It don't bother me no more that he act that way, that he talk that way, that he live that way. Well, God will not do it the same way. Because some people tend to think, because your family members may be okay with your lifestyle, that Christ is going to be okay with your lifestyle. See, some people tend to think because they friends don't mind them living any kind of way, that Christ don't mind them living any kind of way. And on today, Christ is saying, oh, you get to come to me any kind of way, but you just don't get to stay that way. Because see, I can cuss and fight all day with the men like I used to do. See, they might have accepted me that way, but you think God is going to accept me that way? See, I want you to think about it. I want you to make it make sense on what we think that God will accept, because man may accept it. See, they may accept your filthy mouth, but do you think that God is going to accept your filthy mouth. See, they may accept your wrong ways, but do you think that God is going to accept your wrong ways? Because see, you got some people, they so bitter, they full of hate, and they got an angry spirit in them. And other people just overlook it in their family and be like, oh, that's just how they are. But do you think that God is going to accept it and just be like, that's just how she is? That's just how he is. I want you to think about it on today. What is it that you need to come to Christ about? And you're allowed to come to Christ about that Christ is saying, come to me. Christ is telling you on today, you're allowed to bring it all to me. But what Christ is saying, you have to give it to me. You have to be ready to surrender everything to me. You have to be willing to lay your life down and pick up your cross and start living for me. Just because your family may accept you being in that lifestyle doesn't mean that God is going to accept you being in that lifestyle. Just because your family or your friends know that you would cheat doesn't mean that God is going to accept you continuing to be a cheat. Because see, the good thing about God is this: it's nothing that can stop us from coming to him. Because see, a lot of us get it confused sometimes. And I know I was guilty of it. Because see, a lot of us feel like we first need to be made right before we can go to Christ. And is that you? See, you could be one of those people thinking like I was, when I get my life together, then I'll go live a life that's pleasing to Christ. See, once I get my life together, then I'll surrender to Christ. See, when I'm done doing all this worldly stuff, then that's when I'll go and surrender to Christ. And could that very well be you? And the reality of the matter is, when I think back about my life saying it, I think I had to be very foolish. Because the foolish thing, number one, was thinking, how can I do it without him? I can't do anything without him. And the main number two thing was, I may not even have the breath in my body if I don't hurry up and get it right to get right with him. See, a lot of us think we have more time than we actually have. And could that be you? See, that's a danger thing in it too. Because see, the enemy wants us to think, you got time. Oh, yeah, you got time. See, the enemy wants you to think, just keep putting it off. Just keep putting it off. See, the enemy wants you to think, yeah, just wait until you right to get right with God. See, just wait until you get right and hoping that your eyes close before you ever get a chance to get right. We can't do anything without Christ because everything has to be done with Christ and through Christ. I was silly to think that I could drop my bad temper by myself. See, I was crazy and foolish to think I could drop my pornography addiction by myself, that I could fix my foul mouth by myself. And what is it on today that you think that you can fix all by yourself, and you saying, I'm going to wait till I get fixed, then I'm going to go to God, when you need to be going to him now? Who is it on today that needs to be going to Christ right now? Maybe you've been praying to the Lord saying, I need to be a better wife to my husband. Maybe you a husband praying and saying, I need to be a better husband to my wife, and you're trying to do it yourself when you need to go and lay at the feet of the King and say, Lord, I can't do it without you. What is it on today that you're trying to fix? And you may be hiding from God because you feel like you too ashamed to go to God. See, somebody on today is hiding from God because they too ashamed to go before God for the things that they've done in their life. So they're thinking to themselves, I'm going to get myself all fixed up, then I'm going to go before God, when God is saying, I need you to come to me now. Come before me now. Because see, the good news is, it's nothing that you can do that God is going to turn you away. See, that same-sex lifestyle that you're living, God will not turn you away. Don't matter how many abortions you probably had, God will not turn you away. Doesn't matter if you cheated on your spouse. Don't matter if you were shacked up, if you were drunk, doing drugs. God will not turn you away. Don't matter if you was a thief, you stole all of your life. God will never turn you away. Doesn't matter if you sold your body, you prostituted your body, you slept with another man's husband, another man's wife, another woman's husband. God won't turn you away. Don't matter the things that you did. Don't matter if you even killed somebody. God will never turn you away. God is going to open his arms and God is going to say, I just need you to come my way. God is saying on today, I will accept you that way, but you don't get to stay that way. True transformation comes from God. True transformation comes from God. Mama can't do it. A pastor can't do it. Reading books can't do it. A counselor can't do it. Psychologist can't do it. Your money can't do it. Your alcohol and drugs and buying all material things in the world cannot do what God is able to do. So on today, what is it that you need to come to God and say, God, I'm ready to give you my baggage so you can help me get rid of all my baggage. Aren't you tired of toting all that baggage around? Because what somebody need to know, when your eyes close, if you don't get rid of that baggage, see, you don't get to take that baggage that you think into heaven. See, that's why we got to get rid of this stuff before it's too late. See, your baggage may be your cussing. Your baggage may be your fighting, your foul mouth, your cheating, your hate, your bitterness, your jealousy, your enviness. What is it on today that you know in your heart, I need to do better. I gotta do better. I must do better. See, you don't get to keep all that baggage. And then when your eyes close, God will never accept you in heaven with all that baggage. So what the Lord is saying on today to somebody, I need you to come to me while the breath is in your body, because it'll be too late when the breath is out of your body. God gives every last one of us an opportunity to get our life right before it's too late. God gives every last one of us an opportunity to come to him, to bring every issue, every problem to him, to make things right, because one day we all are going to have to stand before him. So what is it on today that you need to say, Lord, I'm giving it to you? Who is it on today that need to say, Lord, I'm ready to surrender it to you, because I want to know when my eyes close, I will forever get to live with you. Some of us need to give up people, places, and things on today. We need to just take it to the Lord and give it to the Lord and say, Lord, I know I got to give it to you. Because if I'm saying when my eyes close that I forever want to live in eternity with you, I got to give all this ungodly baggage to you so I can live a life that's pleasing to you. So let's seek the Lord and let's go to the Lord and understand we are allowed to come to the Lord any kind of way. But the good news is, with God on our side and the transformation that he gives, we won't stay that way. It's nothing too hard for God. It may be hard for you, your mama, to do, but it's not hard for God to do. So let's go to him. Let's seek him and surrender everything to him. And we can know when we leave this world, we will forever get to be with him. So I always remember my closing. Self-examination is the best examination. And Jesus Christ is Lord, and he's all we have. Have a great rest of the day.